Caveman News listeners. It's Cindy, Cinderoni, with your Astrologoni update for the month of December. I just wanted to let you guys know that there's a full moon in Gemini on Wednesday, so tonight when we are listening into Thursday, and that energy is a little sporadic. It's a little bit of a short attention span, kind of nervous energy, that kind of thing. But it's also very cerebral, and it's open to new things. It's intelligent. It's all of those types of vibes for all of us. But for the month of December after that, it's pretty chill. There's really nothing too crazy in the sky, and I think it's going to be a comfortable, easygoing month. And I'll have a nice little update for you on a projection for 2026 soon. Bye!
Long hair, tall, muscular and thin, denim overalls and a hook for a hand. It's Tio Ben.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, we're at 8 chats. All right, I think everything is going according to plan. Let's just do a quick check-in. Cobra, how are you doing? He's doing great. Okay, let's start things off. Let's get him out here. He is the king of all streams with that smile that gleams. He is the T.O. putting in that O.T. Your favorite, the demon of streaming. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Pepito! Wow, beautiful. And you brought that to a crisp end. It was delightful. Pepito, I know we have so much to get to, but I would be
So
remiss
much.
if I didn't get things started the right way by asking the question that's in the hearts of all of us here, the KVs, if you will. Actually, that should be an awards show, the KVs. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'll put that in the mental bucket to toy with later. But the real thing is, we want to know, Pepito, how are you?
So good. So good.
Excellent. I thought you were.
Also,
What?
2 tons of turquoise to Taos tonight.
To Taos. You know what? I completely forgot to play my samples during the intro. There was just so much to get to. Mystery producer, can you hit us with some of our samples?
Episode
101.
T.O.B.
Okay, thank you very much. Episode 101, T.O. Bin. Let's do a quick
T.O. Bin.
count on our chat. Ooh, nice. Where'd you get your samples from? 1, 2, 3,
A Theo Nacho commercial and Theo Vaughn introducing Ben Affleck,
Ew, nasty.
right?
That is nasty. I think we're at
Ugh.
11. I think we have 2 more chats until the big one. But
Big pun.
I really enjoyed last week's episode 100. It felt like a fitting culmination as we enter the triple digit era. It really felt like, oh my god, Cobra, hang on. Let's get proof of this. This guy is ham on my. I took my jacket off and put it down by him, and I made that mistake, and he has like this fixation. He's sitting there chewing on the strings to my thing.
Chew away, Cobra, chew away.
Nah, he is denied. Hang on. Are you proud of yourself, Cobra? He is. That's just his style. But there were a couple of things. Oh yeah, the reason I brought up the episode 100, I spoke about it in the Discord, but I was violently ill that night, and I felt like mentally I was just erratic, and there were so many weird mistakes throughout the show, and some of them I like. I want to repeat some of those mistakes, but it was such a intense and crazy thing, and of course all culminated by the Sean Norris 14-minute tirade. Would you call it a tirade?
Mega rant / jam.
Oh yeah. The jam, us scoring it, that was very good. I really enjoyed it. But I was mentioning, I told this story in the Discord. That'd be cool if right now it was like the Discord, which you can find here, and I gave like some link or whatever. Okay, Dark Farts loved the jam. I think we're. I don't know. I've lost.
Welcome to Dark Farts.
We're very close. Anyway, the reason I bring it up is in the Discord, which I think you can find if you go to cavemannews.com/discord. You can find your way into that thing. But it was in there that I explained that I was sick and out of my mind while doing that episode. And I usually, when the episode finishes, I'll like hang out for a bit, and then I like to immediately go to editing it. And all I do in editing is I take out the long intro jam so that when people are watching it on YouTube, they can get right into it, you know, because sometimes we fall in love with our intro jamming, you know?
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah, and so sometimes we get a bit lost in it and everything, so I kind of take that out so people can get right to the sweetness of the show. But I didn't do that last week because I was very sick, and I stayed up just long enough to feed Cobra, and I gave him his dinner, and I laid down and I passed out for most of the night. I think I got around 6 hours of sleep, which is astronomical for me these days. But I ended up having a dream about everybody involved with Caveman News. Everybody in the chat, all of our friends, everybody that's in the credits. We were all there, and we had this house out in the woods in my dream, and at the very end of the dream, DTG and I climbed a tree, and we were looking out at this abandoned house, and everybody was like gathered around, and we were plotting about going in to explore this house and everything. And the only reason I bring that up is because today I looked at YouTube, and we have a comment on our YouTube for the episode 100, and we had a comment from none other than Brittany Pace. And she said she also had a dream about Caveman News after that episode ended. So it's kind of weird. I don't normally. Do you ever dream about Caveman News?
Yeah, I had that one dream. We played at a pep rally
Oh
where we did
yeah,
a
that
we
was
did an episode.
that was a cool dream.
Yeah, it rolled.
Yeah, but I just thought that was interesting that Brittany also had a dream, and I think we're one away.
One more. One more.
Soy Trees in the chat says she needs to call and tell about the dream. And that would have been clever.
Yeah.
I wish I would have thought of that. But I just asked her on...
High Priestess. 1311.
Oh, okay. I got confused. I was like... I was confusing High Priestess with Hive Mindful, who used to frequently
missed her
watch the
too.
show and be in our chats and everything. And when you said High Priestess, my mind said Hive Mindful. And I thought, oh my gosh, is she back? So I immediately looked over. That would have been cool if she popped up and she was the next person to chat. Oh my god, that would be monumental. But
She's skater-tating.
But yeah, anyway, I wish I would have thought about it, asking her to call in or us call her to tell us about the dream. But she already told me in the YouTube comment, and she said we were all hanging out, and she ran and did like a stage dive type thing into your arms, Pepito. I think that's what she said. So, I mean,
Take my breath away.
for sure. That's what she would have done. She would have taken your breath away. So,
Oh,
truly. But
but
you
that
say,
bump.
huh? Oh, the big bump.
The bump.
Yeah, she added like
The bump.
7 inches to her height with that hairdo from last week. It was impressive. But that's the type of things people do when they want to celebrate us, ya boys, entering the triple digits. It was very monumental. Have you...
It was a bit.
I was just sitting waiting to meet up with you to start this show, and I went on Blue Sky, the famous app, social media site, I guess you would call it, and everybody was talking about the new photos released from Jeffrey Epstein's island. Were you scouring over those photos?
No, I seen there were uploads on news about Epstein, but I hadn't watched anything.
About the book?
No,
Oh,
just
I
in the
I
news,
just
I see
sounded like
that
that's
it's
what you said.
going
Yeah.
on.
Okay. Anyway, one of the photos that was just released, I believe today, from Jeffrey Epstein's island really rubbed me the wrong way. Do you mind if I get into that really quick?
No, I don't.
So this is apparently one of the photos from inside the house
What
on
the
Jeffrey Epstein's island. And if you'll notice, you can see the dentist's chair, and that is very creepy. But you see what's going on the wall?
I do. It's even more creepy.
It's a bunch of masks.
Oh.
Wait, what
I
did you
need
think?
Cody. I thought they were like sculpted heads.
Nah, I don't know. I think that actually might be less scary to me because sculpted heads. I mean, that's about as normal as you can get. But no, the photos from Jeffrey Epstein's island have a bunch of masks on the wall in the room with the dentist chair. And I just think that really sets us mask guys back because not all of us. Cinderoni says weird kink, and if my calculations
I'm
are
a garlic girl.
correct, Pepito, I think that is
I'm a garlic.
yes, garlic girl. I think if my count is correct, that is the 6,000th message put into the
Oh,
Caveman News chat
damn.
this year. I believe that was.
I'm a garlic girl. I am a fucking garlic girl. I'm a garlic girl.
She is a garlic girl, but that is kind of fitting that the 6,000th message this year came from Cinderoni, and the message was simply weird kink. So, I mean, that's a big congratulations.
Oh.
I also need to.
Wow.
What do you think?
Also a memorable comment
Yeah, I can see
during a memorable part of our show.
I can see that
Talking
being,
about a very memorable figure
yes, but I
who
can
is
see
no longer with us.
yes, but I can see that being a shirt. Caveman News 6,000th
Weird kink.
6,000th message. Weird kink from Cinderoni.
Cinderoni.
That'd be a very that'd be a cool shirt.
I'm a garlic girl. I am a fucking garlic girl. I'm a garlic.
What do you think the prize should be? Shouldn't there be an award?
Oh my god. A night with a big nut or a bunch of pecans.
Okay. Yeah. I think one thing that needs to happen
Clout.
is what?
Clout is what she wants. She just wants the clout.
Oh yeah, clout is enough. But I think maybe we need an addition to the tableau behind me here.
Uh-oh. So Teresa in the chat.
Oh my god.
I
She's
took my
still on
producer
strike?
job so seriously.
I thought we had resolved the strike. My gosh. They don't tell me anything here at Caveman News. They just stick a microphone in my hand and tell me to present.
Oh no, the strike continues, this dark arts.
Oh no, there are more. Gosh, we need to watch that video, the oh no, there are more. But since we're on the topic of Carlsbad videos, let me hit my favorite sample to hit.
Okay. So good. Oh.
So, Teresa, I wanted you to count, but I just got antsy when I saw the 6,000. That is a great clip. That's Carlsbad royalty doing it up. I didn't mean to steal Soy Teresa's. Oh fuck! I don't want to see that. Goddamn. Okay, I didn't mean to steal Soy Teresa's thunder. I feel like all I do is do wrong by her. It's not good. Is there anything else that we needed to get to? Oh yeah. I guess just one other thing. Another thing I like to do before Caveman News starts every week is I save my favorite podcasts. I'm a huge podcast head. Did you know that about me, Pepito?
I think yes.
Okay. I I like to save my favorite podcasts of the week and listen to them right before Caveman News. It kind of puts me in a good mood, ready to present information from the homeland, and I really enjoy it. And I
Oh
was
man.
just before starting this episode, I just started to listen to the episode of the podcast Guys that came out this week, and they're talking about
Taco Bell.
guys. And I just
Oh.
wanted to. I was like, I should talk to Pepito about this. What are your Taco Bell? I guess I do care about your current thoughts, but more, what's your history with Taco Bell? Dating back to a young Pepito. Pepitito.
Yeah. It's frowned upon. My mother dislikes
yeah.
it. But I remember in 6th grade they had the Star Wars Episode 1 toys.
Okay, yeah. I think
And
I
I would
remember
collect
that.
those. And the Super Mario toys, I used to collect those.
Oh, sick. I see. I don't even remember any
And
of
the,
that.
and the Chihuahuas,
That's
I would
what I
give
was
the
gonna
Katie.
get to. Ooh,
Oh,
Cinnaroni has a good
Cinnaroni
Liv
has
Moss
good Moss
history.
history.
Jeez, we need to touch
Let's
on
hear
that.
it.
Well, we need to get Cindy. Cindy needs to come back
Call
on the
in.
show, and she did make the 6,000th chat of the year. So maybe that's a part of. We haven't decided exactly what the award should be for having the 6,000th comment that says weird kink, but
Yeah.
a special shirt and a begging to
The Caveman News Comment Vanguard Award.
to come on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Brought to you by All Subs.
I was gonna ask you. You mentioned the Taco Bell Chihuahua. I guess that's what I really wanted to talk about. What's your whole life and history with the Taco Bell Chihuahua?
And collect those little plushies.
Exactly.
Like
Same here. I love
The one with the
those.
rose and
I didn't. Ooh, there was one with the rose, huh? There were like so many
I gave
different
it-
versions. And did they talk when you squeezed their paw?
Yeah. Dark Parts has a comment.
Okay. Will you read it?
She says, when my friend got her license, the first thing we did was drive to Taco Bell to try the shrimp tacos.
Ugh, I don't remember that at all.
Me neither.
I remember my family liking Taco Bell and that being something that would occasionally they would grab after church or something like that. But I never liked Taco Bell. I thought it was nasty when I was a kid. I'm more into it now, but I loved the Chihuahuas. I had to collect. I wish I had my collection of the plushie Chihuahuas. Gidget, I believe, was the name of the actual dog mascot, and I used to draw pictures of Gidget, and I was obsessed
liked
with
him
the
that
Taco
much?
Bell Chihuahua.
You loved him that much?
Huh?
You loved him that much you would draw him?
Well, it was a lady, but yes, I did. I think he was portraying a man in the commercials because of his voice.
I don't know.
Hey, I don't know either. I'm just saying. I think it was a lady dog named Gidget. Anyway, that's
Cinderoni
beside
said
the
she
point.
would be a guest again.
Absolutely.
She would be on.
It would be great, and I would love if
Oh, yeah.
Brother Binks would come on the show.
Mayor Binks.
Give him a very special invitation on episode 100, which is, I mean, of all the episodes to be invited, you know, for your invitation to come on the 100th episode, that's kind of special, at least to me.
He's royalty.
Truly. And we have to get Destiny back on. We need to do an episode all about Carlsbad royalty. Ugh, we have so much to
Yeah.
get to. But
The Commonwealth.
truly. first and foremost, we need to just
Start the. If I was in the chat, I would be saying, "Start the show. Start the
Absolutely.
show."
Okay. All right, boots off. Okay. Time to start the show. Yep. Salute these shoes. I love that lightning and fire and paisley print. These are very good. I'm starting to run through them. I got to get new shoes. Ugh, it's a whole ordeal, but maybe I'll have some new shoes soon. That would
Weird
be
kink.
awesome. Weird kink, absolutely. But
Just gonna start saying.
truly, I'm just mad that Jeffrey Epstein put a bunch of masks on his wall, because it really does make it look bad for those of us who love masks and put them up on our walls. It's like, no, I'm not like that guy. I'm not a sick freak like that. Anyway, you ready to talk about T.O. Ben?
Oh yeah.
Wait, hang on. I got a sample somewhere, don't I? Is this button and then this one?
T.O. Ben. T.O. Ben. T.O. Ben.
T.O. Ben. And I was telling Pepito I got that sample from the Spanish language dub of the first Spider-Man movie. And Tobey Maguire's like saying, "Oh, Uncle Ben." But it's a Spanish language dub version. And he goes, "No, T.O. Ben." It's very cool. I liked that sample. But I didn't know much about T.O. Ben. He was just a figure that popped up in researching that goes into putting together Caveman News. And right off the bat, the first article I saw was from somebody that we're a bit familiar with here on Caveman News, a local journalist named Valerie Cranston. And Pepito, do you remember why we know who Valerie Cranston is, why she's been discussed?
Oh my gosh, she recorded a story
Yes.
of something you previously talked about
Yes.
that I can't remember.
We
Who?
really got into Valerie Cranston on episode 77. That's a million episodes ago. We're so much older and wiser now. But on episode 77, Gold Cave in the Guadalupes, we learned about Valerie Cranston, we discussed 2 articles on that episode, and both were written by Valerie Cranston, and she was detailing the rumors of the gold hidden out in the Guadalupe Mountains, and that's kind of what let us know about Valerie Cranston. That was our introduction to her. Well, she also wrote about T.O. Ben. And believe it or not, T.O. Ben, had you ever heard of this character, T.O. Ben? Before?
Just from you?
Yeah, just from my ramblings. Well, one of the main claims to fame about T.O. Ben is that he supposedly knew where gold was buried out in the Guadalupes, which...
Mark Fart says
What?
You're gradually getting quieter.
What the hell? Okay, let me turn it up a
I don't
little
know
bit.
if it is.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That was something. Of all the technical mishaps that happened on episode 100, my volume was so low. We forgot to do an audio check beforehand, and I forgot to do it this week. Anyway, please let me know if I need to increase my volume, because I can and I will. It's right here. I've got a supreme layout. I have everything within reaching distance this week. Anyway, on episode 77, we heard about Valerie Cranston telling us about the gold rumored to be in a cave in the Guadalupes. And I remember her saying that it was rumored that the gold belonged to old Ben. And I had to go back and look through my notes. I was like, wait, was she talking about T.O. Ben in those articles that we discussed on episode 77? Turns out it wasn't. Valerie Cranston was writing a different article about different gold found in the Guadalupes, found by another man named Ben, another old man named Ben, that also just happened to be involved in it. It's very circuitous. What?
Ben.
Oh, okay. Absolutely.
Just a.
Anyway, so to really start things off, we need to go back a bit further than T.O. Ben. We need to meet a man who was unnamed in the papers. They just called him a Mexican man from San Antonio. So, I mean, that could have been anybody. I guess they didn't print his name because they wanted to respect his privacy or whatever. Anyway, this guy from San Antonio heads out to California in the 1850s, and he's out there in the Sierras, you know? You know the Sierras, right, Pepito?
Yeah, Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, that was like his area, and he went and he started panning for gold out there. What?
I'm listening.
Oh,
Go.
I thought you were trying to say something. I couldn't tell. All right.
I didn't
Anyway, so this unnamed man from San Antonio's out in California in the 1850s, and he is looking for gold. And according to him, he found quite a bit of it. And he gathered all of his gold that he found, and he made his own molds, you know? And he melted
Wow,
down the
cool.
gold and made his own gold bars from all the gold he found. And he filled a chest with them that was 16 inches by 24 inches, which is not, I think a lot of the canvases I paint on these days are 16 by 20. So not that far off from, I don't know, I was looking, I don't think any of these, I guess, whatever. Let me see. We can do this. I think this one is 16 by 20. If that puts it in a little bit of perspective for you. He had a crate 16 by 24 filled with gold bars, and he wanted to get back to San Antonio. You know, he's out there. He's finding the gold.
Taking it back.
Absolutely. He's found his riches. He's going to go back to San Antonio, which I don't
Taking
know.
it back.
I'm not sure how I feel about San Antonio. They do have a good Ripley's Believe It or Not there. And
Yeah.
they're at that
Great
Ripley's.
food.
Yeah. They have the jumpsuit that Charles Manson wore in prison, and he autographed it. It's like a denim jumpsuit. And my dream is
So sick.
to steal that and walk out with it someday. That'd be, I think, is about my size, a little bit smaller. He's a slight man. Anyway, this man
I'll just be taking that.
wants to get back to San Antonio with all of his gold. He gets on a stagecoach, and it is the ultimate heist, Dark Farts. I've got a idea in my head for a story, comic book, graphic novel about heisting from the Ripley's Believe It or Not. It's called the Continuing Attack on the Alamo by Conda Cameron. Trademark. I haven't started it or finished it yet, but anyway, he loads up his chest of gold and heads out to San Antonio on the back of a stagecoach. And he gets to the Guadalupe Pass down there in the Guadalupe Mountains, and they stop for the night. And the stagecoach driver, there are multiple people on this stagecoach. They're just, getting a lift down to San Antonio. And the stagecoach driver tells them, we're in a scary part of the country. There are bandits out here, and, we're just in unsafe territory. So this unnamed man, in the middle of the night, when everybody's asleep, he digs a hole underneath the cot in the little choza, the little shack that they're staying in, and he puts the chest in there and he covers it up and tamps it down and everything so nobody knows. And he doesn't tell anybody he did this. And he continues on the trip. The next day, they head out to San Antonio. And when he gets there, he starts telling everybody about how he has all of this gold and he hid it and he needs to go back and get it. He starts telling all of his nephews, which it is funny. This episode's about T.O. Ben. We haven't really met him yet, but it is humorous that this unnamed man confided in his nephews. Those were like his closest confidants. And so he tells his nephews, we have to go back. We have to go to New Mexico and get this gold that I left behind and buried. And at first, nobody believes him. I mean, would you believe your uncle if he said that to you? I don't know your uncle.
In those times, maybe because the travel.
The travel?
Well, going somewhere in those days was a lot different than going somewhere now.
Oh, yeah. It was a whole undertaking to traverse the country. But anyway, he finally convinces his nephews, hey, let's go get this gold. And they load up their wagon and everything. And the morning they do it and they're about to head out, a horse kicks the man in the head and he dies instantly.
Ouch.
Just horse kicked to death. He's out of it. And, the nephews.
Right.
I'm a nephew. So I feel like I can speak with some authority and say that we can be very remorseful. If my uncle was kicked in the head by a horse, it would break my heart. It is the ultimate death, truly.
Tony.
Yeah. Anyway, so
1,000th comment winner.
6,000.
Oh, 6,000.
Yeah, exactly. Get it right. So he dies. His nephews aren't going to go. They don't know where to dig for this gold, As far as they know, it's just a tall tale from an uncle.
And the Guadalupes.
Guadalupe. That's a reference to an early Caveman News episode where we watched a travel video that some people posted on YouTube talking about Carlsbad, and they called the Guadalupe Mountains the Guadalupes. And Pepito and I thought that was so funny. And you know why we thought it was funny? Because it was. It really was.
It's
Anyway,
amazing.
Absolutely. So he did. And nephews move on with their lives. I mean, what could they do? Cut to a couple of decades later, and his nephews find his diaries, and he wrote a lot about this hidden gold and describes exactly where he buried it on the wagon, on the stagecoach, on the way to San Antonio. And they're thinking, okay, what is this? And now we can finally cut to 1953 with the man T.O. Ben. Now, let's look at a picture of T.O. Ben as he enters the scene. And there he is in all of his glory. Absolutely. Now, in 1953, wait, who's this? Okay,
Spam.
Q Charger TK8NXBFTR. Best viewers, streamboo.com, remove the space. At CVZ3ENEP. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go to it. Do you, Pepito?
No, but I'm glad they didn't get the 6,000th comment
Oh my god,
award.
that'd be awful. I think there's a way we
Yeah.
can like deny chats like that, and we have the moderator. Nico is a great chat moderator and producer. And anyway, Teal Ben, there he is. Now, the thing about Teal Ben, when you hear recollections of who he was, people say that he had shoulder-length white hair, and they only ever saw him wearing denim overalls, and he just lived out in the Guadalupes, and with his wife Pauline, and he would hitchhike into town. Huh?
Pauline.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. He would hitchhike into Carlsbad, and he would go to
Yeah, I was thinking that too, Dark Mark.
denim overalls,
There's those
no
people
shirt.
that-
What?
There's some people that wear nothing but the overalls.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. No shoes, no
he's a
socks,
player.
just overalls. He's a mountain man living out there in the Guadalupes with his long white hair, long beard, and he would hitchhike into town, and he
Sounds kind of hot.
hey man,
Cinderoni.
and there's
Cinderoni.
sounds kind of okay. I see the chat now. Okay, he would hitchhike into town, and there was a man named Bob Stockwell who said he knew T.O. Ben when he was 12 or 13, and T.O. Ben would like come and hang out. He would hitchhike into town and hang out with his dad, and he also liked to hang out at the fire station. What do you call it? The firehouse? What do you call it? I'm asking.
The firehouse.
Yeah, the fire station house, the homie hideout for the hot ones, or whatever. You know, he liked to hang out there, and he also hung out in the Sands. Is it the Sands Lounge?
In Vegas?
No, in Carlsbad.
Oh, the same.
Sands Lounge and Bar. And that was kind of his spots. He would hang out at this guy, Bob Stockwell. He hung out with his dad. He would hang out at the firehouse. And other than that, he would just go to the Sands Lounge and Bar. And if he wasn't there, he was out in the Guadalupes. And if he was in town, you would just see him walking up and down the street, you know, barefoot, long hair, overalls, and he had a very distinct extra, I guess, I don't know, attribute, and that would be the fact that he had only one arm, and I think it was his left arm, was replaced with a hook. And that hook is currently on display in the Carlsbad Museum.
Oh, wow.
You can go see Teal Ben's prosthetic arm.
It's pretty.
Uh,
It's like decorative.
it is. I love it. So, yeah, Teal Ben, overalls, long hair, barefoot, wandering around the streets of Carlsbad. He was a street walking cheetah, years before. And this was 1953. And Teal Ben told everybody in the 1950s, he said that he was 90, but nobody knows for sure. It's, but according to him, his claim, he was 90 years old, wandering around Carlsbad, and he was working out there in the Guadalupes. What he did for a living was there was like a service station out there. It was the Pinery. And one day he's out there working, and somebody comes by in a car and tells him that his uncle had a diary that talked about something out here. And Teal Ben gives him directions. He says, that old stagecoach stop, it's, you keep going this way, you'll run into it. And the guy heads out. Thank you, Teal Ben. And later that night, Teal Ben hears the sound of a car going up to the old abandoned house where the stagecoach station used to be.
Yeah.
And he hears digging. And when he comes the next day, there's a hole in the dirt floor, and it looks like something was taken out of it. So apparently that's one of the gold. But Teal Ben would tell everybody he knew about other gold out there in the Guadalupes. And did you ever see that movie Big Fish?
Yeah, I sampled it in one of our bumpers.
Oh, nice.
And Dark Arts called it up.
Oh, she did? That's cool. That's like
in
when
that episode.
I made the beat for the ribbon cuttings episode, and I sampled Cut Your Ribbon by Sparta, and Cindy recognized it right away.
Oh, instantly knew it.
That was so cool. I was like, geez, I didn't think anybody would get that. I just sampled the drums or whatever.
But why'd you ask me about Big Fish?
Oh,
It's
just because I haven't seen that movie since in theaters, but I remember thinking the premise of the movie was so cool. Isn't the basic idea that this guy hears all these crazy stories from his father, and it's like
and he
big
doesn't
fish
appreciate
tales,
his dad.
and then it turns out all the stories end up true. Isn't that what the movie's about?
He tells them, he embellishes and tells them very wildly, but
Right.
in the end, I guess the son kind of comes to realize that his dad was full of shit.
Yeah, well, that he was what?
That he wasn't telling bullshit.
Right, he was telling the truth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I just bring that up because I've been thinking about that after reading all this stuff about T.O. Ben. He made some outrageous claims, but who's to say they're not all true? Anyway, Teal Ben would tell everybody that he knew where a lot of different gold was found, and they would ask him, why don't you do something with it? You know where all this gold is. Why aren't you spending? Why are you living in a shack out in the Guadalupes with your wife Pauline? What is this? And he said, first of all, what if the rightful owners of the gold come back? I don't want to be taking their stuff. And he said, I'm satisfied with my life. I don't need more than what I have. I'm not a greedy person. I've got a good life. I enjoy my time with my wife. I hang out at the Sands bar, and I hang out with the firefighters. He's got a good life. And there are multiple accounts of people who say that they would go visit Tio Ben, and he would show them gold, and he would dig it up. There are multiple accounts of people saying they saw him digging it up, and he would
Tio
show
Ben is
people
the hero.
the gold, and then he would just rebury it. He's like, this is, somebody else's gold and everything. According to Tio Ben, there was enough gold out there in the Guadalupes to pay off the national debt. That was his thing. Tio Ben
Tio Ben is a hero.
Yeah, he is. He lived until
Says Cinderoni.
Yes. He lived until 1963. And they say he was 100 when he died in 1963, so who knows? But
Good for him.
there's also a person, what's his name? His name is, it's not Stockwell.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat.
Oh, it is. Actually, it is Stockwell. He said that he had a bunch of photos from the collection of Tio Ben because, according to Stockwell, Tio Ben took a lot of photos when he was out there in the Guadalupes, him and his wife Pauline. And they would often go and dig up gold and then hold it up. And Pauline would hold up white sheets of paper behind the gold so you couldn't see the landmarks of where they were. Keep it
wow.
a secret and everything. And apparently, according to Stockwell, he has a huge collection of tons of photos of gold that Tio Ben found out there. And
Do you guys think that Tio Ben goes across the Guadalupes to this day? Sits in the
could
room?
be. And
I do. He's out there
I'm
protecting the gold still.
for sure. And the ghost of Bigfoot.
Oh, that's what
where
said.
Bigfoot the wolf was
The
roaming
14-foot wolf.
Huh?
Wasn't it 14 feet?
Yeah.
Or
that's what they thought. I think when they finally killed Bigfoot, he was 10 feet long, which,
wow.
hey, that's still huge to me. I don't know about you.
Huge.
Well, I do know about you. I see you all the time. I know you're not 10 feet tall. So, yes, I do see you. Anyway, another fascinating thing to me is that Tio Ben's wife, Pauline, was also an author, and she
Wow.
co-edited, because it was, you'll see why, co-author, co-editor of a book about Pancho Villa. And this book was just accounts from people who actually met Pancho Villa and knew him, and her and her friend collected all the stories and edited them down into a sick book. I would love to find that. What is that? Does it say 5 used copies?
From $40.99.
Absolutely. I would
It's a
love
pricey
to.
book.
I would love to read that
I've seen
book.
Pancho Villa's grave.
I wonder if we can find. You have? Where's that?
Well, supposedly it's his grave
Where?
in Parral, Chihuahua,
Okay. Hell yeah.
Mexico.
I wonder if there are Pancho Villa stories in Carlsbad. I mean,
Oh wow.
that's not far from his stomping grounds,
No, he
I wonder if there's
could
anything
possibly
there.
have.
I haven't looked, but
Carlsbad is so rich in history with so many
truly.
amazing people. I wouldn't doubt it.
Speaking of, in the article that Valerie Cranston wrote about Tio Ben, she talked a lot about the museum where you can see his arm, of course.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. But she said that the director, I think she wrote the article in the 80s, late 80s, but she said that the director of the Carlsbad Museum, Lee Hubbard, do you know him?
No, the Hubbard.
There was a substitute teacher at Carlsbad High School named Mr. Hubbard. And
Yes, sir.
I do have on my original Caveman News VHS from the
Oh, wow.
2003, 2002 era of Caveman News. I have a...
Oh, Cinderoni says she remembers it.
Remembers what?
Mr.
Him, Mr. Hubbard. Yeah, I wonder if that
Yeah.
Mr. Hubbard, the substitute teacher, is the Lee Hubbard who was in charge of the museum, director of the Carlsbad Museum. Anyway, I was going to say,
Wow.
a couple of weeks ago, Brother Binks and Baxter's friend, I'm going to flub the name. Who was it? Chris? It wasn't Rusk. Rushing?
Oh.
Wasn't it? Wasn't there something? Wasn't his name Rushing?
There was a name. Yes.
Rushing.
Cinderoni said
Okay.
Rushing.
Yes. On that old VHS tape of early Caveman News, I have a short little few second clip of Mr. Hubbard being passed out and sleeping in his chair while he's supposed to be teaching a class, and they went and got us in telecom, and we got the camera and ran in there and got footage, and Rushing came in and kissed him on the cheek, which was so scandalous because he was a germaphobe, Mr. Hubbard was, and he woke up with Chris Rushing kissing him on the cheek, and he goes, "Oh, you guys."
Cinderoni says, "Show us this clip."
Yeah, I know. I need to. After Rushing was in the chat a few weeks ago, I was like, oh, I know I have him on a VHS I need to put up. And I was like, well, do I want to put up a video of a guy kissing a germaphobe? Maybe that's not what Rushing wants to be remembered as, but it is a great clip. I do need to just air it. I err on this side of caution. You know? Okay, jeez. We're
Yeah.
taking way too long. I'm sorry, Pepito. I didn't know we were this far over.
You don't be sorry. That was an amazing story.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to T.O. Ben, and
Oh, man.
like I say, I like to think
That
of
poor
him.
guy from San Antonio.
What?
That guy who got his head kicked in by a horse.
Yeah, right.
That's so sad.
It is, man. That's an awful way to go. Let's check in really quick. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Had to just say hi to Hobra. Okay, we should start closing this out. But there's so
Wow.
much to get to. One of the things being we want to move Caveman News to a new night. Right?
Yeah.
Saturday nights.
I mean,
Does that cause any problems for anybody? Because anybody who watches the show with us every week, I do feel like it's a family type thing, and if it was hard for somebody like, oh, I can't do Saturdays, that would be sad, you know? So it's something I would like to consider. I like to consider
sure.
the schedules of everybody. Anyway, we're looking at
So-
our next episode being next Sunday, the 13th, isn't it? Sunday the 13th? Let me pull up this.
I thought you said Saturday.
Or Saturday, sorry. Yeah, Saturday the 13th. The next episode of Caveman News. Do you have a guest invite and lyric of the week?
Yes. In continuing the tradition of inviting impossible, amazing people to be on our show, I'd like to invite Tom Penny.
All right, who's that?
He's an amazing skateboarder.
Okay, nice. Hell yeah.
And my lyric of the week comes from the band Pretty Girls Make Graves.
Ooh.
The song Speakers Push Air.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
goes, do you remember when we couldn't put it away? Do you remember when we couldn't put it away? Do you remember what the music meant? Do you remember what the music meant?
Yeah. I remember that one. Jeez, I haven't heard that in a million years. Those speakers really did push air.
Hell yeah. That was a great band.
So yeah. Saturday the 13th. Pepito and I need to have a discussion about how we're going to do things over the holidays because
It's getting tricky.
it is. Whatever. Let's just close this thing
So
out,
much
Pepito. Let's
people.
call it. Don't you think?
I'm thinking yes, because there's always next week and the week after that.
Absolutely. It don't stop. Caveman News. I mean, not only have we done now 101 episodes, we've never missed a week. We consistent. We may change the days every here and there, but we're here
4 months.
every week. It's ridiculous. The stamina and stick-to-itiveness that we exude is unfathomable. Let's check it
I
one
knew
more
when you
time
told me-
on... Huh? There he is.
When you first approached me for this project, I knew that you were gonna go in like fully.
Oh
and
yeah.
Your weekly thing.
I have problems, but I put
You're
them to
amazing.
my advantage, and it's great. So please join us Saturday the 13th for episode 102, where we will discuss
Come back, y'all.
tourism. Actually, Papiro, next week, tourism. What do you think about that topic?
I love it because we're a tourist town.
Truly. I figure we can talk about some of the history of tourism here in our great city. And we can also maybe work on pitching how to help the city, what we could do to make it more alluring to potential tourists, you know? We can brainstorm making a true Carlsbad Citizens Hall of Fame. I think that would be great. We have a lot to discuss when it comes to
always looking
tourism.
to improve our community.
Hmm?
We're always looking to improve our community and uplift those around us.
Truly. It's inspiring. Cindy, Dark Farts, you
Okay.
inspire us. Papito, let's hit it.
Soy trees.
Saturday, December 13th, 10 days from now, we will discuss tourism.
Tons of turquoise.
Tons of turquoise to Taos. Two tons of turquoise.
I'm an artist. Huh?
Turquoise to Taos.
Yeah.
Turquoise to now.
Yeah. I've done a lot of things. I've done a lot of things. Lots and lots and lots of things. Lots and lots and lots of things. Huh? Yeah. I'm an
Two
artist.
tons of turquoise to Taos tonight. Tanza turquoise to Taos.